Ravens flock, hey, what's going on? I hope everybody's doing good right now. Just wanted to come in with another update. Obviously, as everybody saw, as of like a day or two ago, we signed Jadeveon Clowney. It was a 1 year deal worth really it was worth 2.5 million, but if he reaches incentive, it could go up to 6 million. Again, I wasn't a really big on getting Jadeveon Clowney. I said that a few videos ago. But at the same time, it was one of them things where I said, like, if we got him for what I would consider a discount, then, like, to me, it's still worth pretty much every penny at that point. We only really signed him for 2.5 million, and he's a guy who, again, this really wouldn't solve any of the pass rusher concerns that Ravens fans have, if they have any pass rusher concerns in the first place. I don't think we should be as nervous about pass rusher as a lot of Ravens fans still are. But if you had those concerns, this really wouldn't solve it really, because again, Clowney's biggest attribute is what he can do in the run game. He still had a pretty solid track record of production, obviously. Uh, Getting a lot of tackles, wreaking a lot of havoc on the D line, and even at times getting a decent amount of sacks. Like, he's had a couple seasons where he's gotten over 9 sacks. Do I think he's gonna do that with us? Probably not. I'm expecting Oweh and Ojabo to really take that leap forward this year and really, then also assuming Tyus Bowser comes back ready from the injury, I'm assuming him to really have a bounce back year. So I really wouldn't expect Clowney to, put up crazy numbers. But at the same time, I would still be happy if Clowney came out here and at least got like somewhere between 4 and 5 sacks for us. I would still be extremely excited about that. But this is still a great signing. I very rarely use the term value signing. Like, for whatever reason, I don't really like that term that much. But this is in my opinion, this is definitely a value signing as far as the upside he can provide. You already know he's a sure thing when it comes to defending the run, but then also depending on how things shake out and depending on how motivated he is and depending on how well he meshes into Mike McDonald's scheme, he may still come out here and get a decent amount of sacks or really put serious pressure on the quarterback. But I do think that we're about to have the best run defense in the NFL. At worst, I think we're still gonna at least have a top 3 run defense in the NFL. But at this point, I do think it's gonna be the best with Justin Madubuike, Broderick Washington, and then Michael Pierce. And now on the outside, you're gonna have excuse me, sorry, Jadeveon Clowney, and then Odafe Oweh, who's also very solid against the run in his own right. I do think this is going to be pretty exciting, the amount of pressure they're going to get on the quarterback. One bittersweet thing that ended up happening, and I can't even say it was sweet, but it was just, one thing that kind of like rubbed me the wrong way was Jadeveon Clowney. His number that he's going to be taking, at least for the time being, it's going to be 24, which obviously, as we know, was Marcus Peters' number. Which, so as again, something about that, it just doesn't sit right. I understand that the number isn't retired or anything like that, but I still this soon taking the number 24. It's just a shame, especially seeing like when, because I've been watching some of Marcus Peters like interviews with like with the Las Vegas Raiders media team, and seeing him over there, and even though it's like his hometown team because he grew up in Oakland, he still don't truly seem happy, just in my opinion, man. Like, he looks a little frustrated, like as if like this is just, it wasn't truly where he wanted to be. And so to me, it just feels like it was low key kind of a lose-lose situation. Like, I said this a few videos ago, but I still stand on that. It just feels like a weird situation where he's going to a team that is in a weird gray area. They're in like no man's land where they're not bad enough to tank, but they're not good enough to really compete for a Super Bowl. And he's going there, and even though it's his hometown, he's not going to have much history there. He may not even have a whole lot of time there because he may either leave again or just retire. And then on top of that, we don't have as much confidence in our cornerback room as we could have had if he was still here right now, especially with, obviously all the corners that have been injured over the past couple weeks. So it's just definitely just a weird situation. I don't know if Jadeveon's really gonna keep the number 24. I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere saying that he might change it, but at the same time, you never know, man. People pick random numbers now, so he might really end up rocking that number. So again, let me know what your thoughts are on Jadeveon Clowney. Like, how do you guys feel about it? I know some people are really cool with it. Some people are lukewarm about it. I'm actually kind of lukewarm about it, but yeah, I definitely still want to know how you guys feel about it.